Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all is going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jack Night. Continue off here in ARK. We're picking up here with Conquest. Some exciting stuff. Conquest is always exciting, isn't ARK? Isn't ARK always great? I like how they fix everything in the game. You know, they're really good at that, fixing stuff, and then saying that it's all fixed. Anyway, what we're gonna be doing today is we're defending GT7, our friends and allies who have come to our rescue at pretty much every defense. They've been really kind people, so we're going to help them on the Lunar Cave. Now in this raid we're not going to have too much comms, or we're actually not going to have any comms. I was there helping them defend, so you know, I kind of took out the comms and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable just going into somebody's raid and just, you know, recording all of their comms and stuff like that. It's different if it's like ours or something like that. They can kind of expect it, but so it's gonna be a little more montagey than normal. But you know, it's a Friday. You can, you know, I don't know why that has to do with a Friday. Fridays you just listen to more music and stuff like that. Anyway, you're probably hanging out, whatever. We'll talk about where I'm flying around at and all this stuff when I'm done, when we're done with this defense talk. Okay, so I really want to show the defense footage because it's really cool, like defending in the Lunar Cave, because it is so different there. Like everything gets knocked back on the lunar biome by tech turrets, like racers, players, everything. You're just getting like slung around by tech turrets. People are railgunning you from the ceiling, and it's just crazy. Like Genesis is like a whole different type of rating, especially in like these mega tribes where like people have so many resources that you're gonna see. It is just, it looks like it's out of Star Trek. It looks like we're I don't know, defending a wormhole out of Star Trek. Does that sound right? I don't know. I never watched the show, but it sounds good. Anyway, where we're at right now is somewhere really cool, guys. You know, Wildcard fixed meshing, and in doing so they made this spot. So I don't know why they thought that maybe people would like to live inside of the floating island, but I guess they decided that that doesn't need to be a kill zone inside of there or anything like that. So it kind of opened up this spot. Why did I find this spot? Because these guys on the server were talking they were talking mad shit. They were talking so much smack, like constantly. They blew up our underwater teleporter, which was pretty sad. We had an underwater teleporter that we bred turtles at, and they blew it up, and then they talked shit about it for like weeks. And one day I was just sick of it, and I told them I was gonna come find them, and I got a parasaur. I mean, I always call them racers. Parasaur. I got a parasaur with a wyvern, and it took me about 10 minutes, and here we are. I found their stupid mesh base by these stupid idiot mesher dummies. Yeah, pretty cool, right? So people can build here. Look at, they've even got tech and everything. Pretty solid. This is official, guys. Pretty nice. Anyway, we did report this. I am gonna say that we did report this to Wildcard the day that we found it. That was 2 weeks ago. I went there today. You'll see at the end, and it was still there. So unless their response team is, you know, if like an urgent thing like a mesh base from, like, is it that hard to like join a server, see that it's meshed, ban the tribe? I feel like that takes just as long as giving somebody their character back, to be honest. It's not that hard. I found them in 15 minutes and I didn't know where they were or where they even existed. If they get the cords and stuff, it's not that hard, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, 2 weeks later, base still there. I guess it's an okay spot. I was going to show you guys how to get into it and where it goes and all that stuff, because I was pretty pissed off about it, but I decided that's probably not a good idea, and I don't want to make this video about that. So I'm just showing you what they've got in there, that kind of thing. I did go back later, like right after this actually, and also the reason that I'm on a Pteranodon naked is because I went there before, and they could come out of all of these walls with the griffin. They can come out of the ceiling with the griffin, because their spot, you get into it by basically glitching, and when you glitch into it, you're inside, and to get out, you can just go out through this massive hole into the center of the floating island, and in there you can just go to anywhere inside of the floating island, and from there you can leave anywhere from the floating island. So they can come out of any of these crevices, any of these holes. It doesn't matter. Like, the griffin can just come out of the freaking ground after you. So anyway, that's why I'm here naked, because I was sick of them just coming out and attacking me. That being said, I ended up having to, like, you'll see, I get teleported through the world and lose my my pteranodon anyway, so it doesn't matter. So these guys, we reported them, blah blah blah, nobody ever comes. Anyway, check this spot if you're on a center server. It goes into the full mesh of the like inside of there. It's so hard to like defending it or like fight against people that are like online with that. I came back later. I tried to throw a turtle into the entrance, or the small. There's like a small crack where you have to glitch through, and in single player you can throw a turtle into it. I couldn't get one there because they had too many turrets just blocking the area. So you see where all these turrets are and where I just teleported. Basically, if somebody's built on the server there in that spot for you, what my tribe found out in the morning, they went and attacked them, and they found out that you could just by the way, here's the footage of now. This is I filmed this today. That was their base. They got raided by somebody. I don't know who they got raided by, but the base is obviously still there and not dev wiped. The dude is laying in the entrance still. He's not. I think he's fine. But they did get raided by somebody. Now, that brings me to how you can raid this. If you do find this on your server, you can rocket the turrets and their walls and other things straight up through the bottom of this thing. Depends on how far built up they are. These guys had built in the spot that was more glitch spot and less. I mean, it's still in the mesh, but if you go further in there, you're actually in the entire center of the island. They could have built in there too. Who knows? You know what I mean? So this is just the entrance. I don't know what happens in there. So anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool on the ARK devs. And I'm pretty disappointed in their support system again, considering 2 weeks, a mesh base. It's not that hard, I feel like. And anyway, I don't know. I guess that being said, another side note is that Crystal Isles, as you guys may know, was pushed back to a week. I don't know when the date is. A week from its initial release. So if you guys were wondering where that stuff is going to be, it's going to be a week delayed. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little heads up on this little spot on the center. Give you a little also heads up on my frustration with Wildcard and how they never help anybody with anything. I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. I'm glad these guys got raided though, because it's always the like guys that talk the most shit that go into those spots. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into an actual defense where we can actually do some actual stuff. Hope you enjoy. Alright, we're back at base, and it's time we finally stopped being a weight character. So, we've been defending GT7 quite a bit back and forth. I hit the wrong button. I guess we're doing an emote now. And being a weight character is nice for some things. I actually really like it, but I've been a weight character for too long. I've been a weight character too long, and I need to go back to normal. I don't even know what normal speed feels like anymore. It kind of sucked there because I started grappling like racers and stuff at the beginning, but because okay, so you grapple the racer, it becomes overweight. If it gets hit by a tech turret, it gets knocked back regardless, and then you get pulled along with it. So kind of, I don't know, the Lunar's kind of bad for being a weight character. We're gonna go a couple into that. All move speed. Our guys, like in our tribe, did Ascension, and not the Aberration one, because nobody can do the Aberration one because you can't get the freaking Shadow Cave artifact because it's impossible to raid, and like nobody's got the time for that. So all right, let me put all this back. We're back to normal. Oh, that move speed feels nice. And we're going to hit a Genesis, actually. Now that we got some move speed, I want to get some Magma Source saddles. Oh, it just feels so good to have move speed again. It's so nice. So, we're here on Genesis, and I want to do some events, whatever they're called, mini games, whatever you call it. And last time I was on Extinction, or Genesis, sorry, the best one for Magma Source saddles was the Bog, right? The Bog. I can't think of the name. That's just a race one, or the one where you gotta gather them. Bog something, and that's like the best one for Magma Source saddles. I was getting insane ones. Where is it? Another Bog Hunt. That's what it is. So I was getting crazy Magma Source saddles out of this. I want to start coming over here for eggs, Magma Source, and I want to breed them. That's like my next goal, because we don't really have any breeding ones. We don't have any bred ones at all, I don't think. So I want to find some of those eggs now that it's kind of calmed down here. I think you can probably get eggs safely, but we need to get some good saddles too, because, you know. Alright, I'm just finishing up this run of it. I'm going to see if it gives us anything good. I'm doing the alpha one, and I'm doing it on foot. This is the last event. I think I'm going to... You can bring Manas over here, right? I think I'm going to either bring one of our mana that we raised or one of the Bloodstalker. I think it would make it a lot faster. The reason I was doing this so much better on... Because, okay, my reference is 6-man. That's the last time I was doing these. But my 6-man character actually has Rockwell. So he's got another, I think, 20 levels on this character in, like, move speed and stuff. With that character, I was able to do this no problem. This one I actually failed for the first time because the Capro got me, and I had no means of escape. So we just got to do this last clear, and this one was the best one for Magma Source saddles for me.
Let's buy more.
Oh, dude, thanks for the encouragement. This one's the easiest part, but this one's actually, I'm cutting it really close on all these without the crazy move speed. If I was on the weight character, nah, I would have been eaten by a Sarco or something. It would have been terrible. I thought it was that way, but I guess it's this way. But I'm also gonna be we're gonna be finishing up the video with this too. I'm gonna do a ton of farming of this. See what we can get. I'll try and fill up my upload with like a ton of runs of this. If we can get a Magma Source saddle, that would be awesome. Okay, on 6-man I was getting 220 Ascendant crafted ones, and that was at the end of 6-man, so not during like the patches and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it could be good. Let's see. We're gonna get a ton of these, and we'll see how they all turn out.
Good on ya.
Flamethrower, bunch of quad saddles, no Magma Sword, but this looks very similar to the loot I was getting before, so I might have got a bad roll. I don't know. We're going to do a whole bunch of them. Sorry that it was a little bit more montagey with the raid stuff that I put in here, but, you know, sometimes it just happens. I hope you like a little bit of rave action. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, hit that thumbs up for me, and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If there's anything you guys want to see on Crystal Isles and stuff like that. I'll probably do one more video just looking at the mod map before it comes out, now that we have time, just on resources and stuff. So let me know below. Other than that, we'll catch you next time. Have a good one, and stay safe out there. It's kind of crazy.